An absolutely awesome day of metal detecting, and I can't believe that I actually found another one. Well, welcome to Finding America. It's really nice to see you here. Well, Chris had to work last weekend, so I was on my own metal detecting. But I knew right where I was going to be heading off to, and that was the brand new permission that I obtained while I was hunting the mansion grounds across the street last weekend. Now, this place is an older mobile home sitting on a small piece of land overlooking the old downtown. But there happens to be a very old wrought iron Victorian era fence that runs along the edge of the property, and that was definitely telling me that there was an older home that once stood there before. Now, a lot of the ground had been removed and cut into to place a trailer, but I was hoping there was still some old original ground to hunt. And I ended up making some very nice finds, and I actually stumbled on an amazing and completely unexpected blast from the past. Well, just hunting at this new permission, you can see the very old sidewalk. It's actually the walk to the house. And then you can see some really cool old Victorian iron fencing with the spikes on top. And it's just killer. I've been trying to get permission here for a while. And my first signal was a zinc penny. Second one on the edge of this. I'm pretty close to a main road here, so sorry about the noise. Getting a 16 here, and I finally got all the dirt picked out, but look at that. That is a wheel to a very old toy. Some kind of toy truck or toy wagon. But that has a lot of age on it, so that's a great sign right there. Well, just up a couple feet from that wagon wheel, a foot actually, I was getting just a really tiny, sharp high tone, and I pulled out a silver dime. That felt good. Now I can see it's a rosy, and this was on edge, so it did a great job with the Coil Tech coil, picking that one up. I'll give this one a dry rub. Got a Denver mint mark, and let's see. Looks like 60 something. I'll definitely take it. It's a little hard to see. Yeah, let's see. Give it a little quick one. Yep, just made it. 1964 with the Denver mint mark, and it looks to be in pretty nice shape too. So hey, not bad silver right off the bat. Well, another nice target right along this old walkway. Very nice early weedy. It's going to be a 1910 Philadelphia mint. That's cool. I'm getting a little excited here. That's pretty good finds right off the bat, so hopefully there's something really cool lurking here. Still working slowly and methodically along this walkway. About a foot away I got a 12 signal. I was hoping for a nickel, but it's something pretty cool. It's some kind of an old ring. Unfortunately, it's not going to be precious, but I'll tell you what, I do not think this place has been hunted yet. And yeah, definitely a welcome sign, only about an inch deep. So I'll get it cleaned up, get you a better look at it, but very cool. Well, this one was giving me a decent 22 signals, about 8 inches deep. I pulled 4 rusty nails out, and I was sort of losing hope on this one, and then all of a sudden my target popped out. And it's going to be a 1928 Wheatie with the Denver mint mark. So I will definitely take that, and I definitely had to work for it. Well, just hunting alongside this very old sidewalk, it's about falling apart. I was getting a 29 signal here, and it was a big signal. Now I've been wiping it off, but I just wanted to film it just in case it was something interesting. It's definitely interesting. I'm just hoping there's something on it. I'll be able to find out when I get home. So just wanted to show you that one, and hopefully it's something. I have no idea. Well, I got an interesting eyeball find, and it definitely takes me back to my junior year of high school. I haven't moved it, but I was just looking at it. I love old cassette tapes. I can't believe there's one sitting here. But it's 1984, Scorpions, Love at First Sting. Isn't that crazy? Well, not only is this tape full of Scorpions, ooh, it's full of ants too. Oh man, that really takes me back. Yeah, high school in Munich, American high school in Germany. That was a pretty good album. Very cool. Definitely didn't expect to see that out of here, metal detecting. Well, unfortunately, that was about all that I found there. There just wasn't enough old original ground at that spot. But I really wasn't worried, because all I had to do was cross the street and I had over an acre of old mansion ground to hunt. Well, this one was giving me a pretty big 23 signal, and I dug it up. It's this. Not sure what it is. It's like a little bowl. I thought for a minute it was an early dust cover for a wheel hub. I don't know, it's pretty heavy. But I thought I'd film it in case it turned out to be something interesting once I got it cleaned up. But yeah, that was a pretty obvious signal, so I'll keep on going. This one was giving me a 16-17 on the Equinox, and I think I might have some type of a makeup tube. I'll have to get it cleaned up, but it definitely looks old, and I just thought I'd show you that one. Well, I got a nice little signal here. It was giving me a 22-23, nice little high tone, only about 4 inches down, and got myself a nice Wheatie. This one's going to be a 55 from the Philadelphia Mint. So, always happy to see that, and I'll keep on going here. Well, this is kind of cool. Getting a 17 here, and dug down and popped it out, and it's part of an old toy truck. I think, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably a semi. First I thought it might be a school bus, but it's definitely old, probably 60s, maybe 70s, but pretty darn neat, and just had to show you that one. I wish it was whole. Looks like the mower got it at some time. Maybe the rest of it's around here somewhere. Well, I'm just working this grassy area by the front door to where the driveway comes up. And I got a pretty cool signal. It was an 11. I dug it. Now this was folded in half like a taco, but I just straightened it out and I actually know what it is. This is actually the piece that goes on top of a very old Christmas ornament. It would have wrapped over the top of the Christmas ball and it would have had a hook right here in the center. So that is a very cool piece, and I'll get it cleaned up and get you a better look at it later. Well, I'm just digging along this beautiful old, I don't know what you would call it, a little landscape feature they made into a really elaborate flower bed. And got an 18, and I just dug down. I think I got something pretty darn cool. Look at that. It looks like a small skeleton key. But I'm gonna turn on the camera. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Wow, that's definitely old. Just awesome, awesome. Yeah, let me say that one more time. I'll tell you. Oh, that's a great piece right there. Oh, that's gonna look good in my key collection. Nothing better than an early skeleton key. This might have been a winding key, I don't know. But definitely a very cool piece. Well, ever since 1790, a lot of people had tried to make a working sewing machine. A lot of people have been granted patents, but none have been able to make a machine that worked. That is until 1830, when a French tailor, Barthélemy Temenier, actually perfected a treadle-powered sewing machine that actually worked. By the next year, he had 80 machines assembled and landed a huge contract with the French government to make the French military uniforms. Well, things were definitely looking up for Temenier until about 150 French tailors rioted and stormed his factory, destroying all of his machines. It seemed that they were afraid of losing their jobs, or at the very least, having to work for lower wages. Well, a rattled Temenier left the company, and he left town. And he was never able to ever again duplicate the success that he had with his machine. Well, 15 years later, in 1846, the very first U.S. patent for a working sewing machine was issued to Elias Howe. But unfortunately, he wasn't very good at marketing, and he was even worse at protecting his patent. Many people used his mechanism, but only one man was able to perfect the treadle-powered sewing machine, and that man was Isaac Singer. Now, it wasn't very long before everyone in the country was using one of his machines, and Isaac and his Singer sewing machines dominated the industry for the next 100 years. Well, just working this side yard, this beautiful old place. Get you a look at it. Just incredible. And last week, that's where I found the coal script and the trade stimulator token and the 1900 nickel. So I'm down here just kind of poking around. I got a really nice high tone, 2324. It was under a bunch of roots, but it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's part of horse tack or something, but it's definitely old, and it appears to be brass. So, it definitely has some age to it. I don't know, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research, see if I can figure this one out, but boy, just looks like something good. Well, I tell you what, this is pretty darn cool. I'm still hunting right around this area here where I did so well last week, and I got a 17 bouncing up to a 20, but mostly a 17 signal. I popped the plug and I saw a penny, and I was like, oh, I hope that isn't a zinc, but it isn't. Check it out though, it's Hold. It's a Hold Lincoln wheat, and I think it's 1910. It's a little hard to tell. Hopefully it's not too noisy for you guys. Everyone's doing their lawns on a Saturday afternoon, but isn't that cool? Well, this coin meant something enough to someone that they wanted to hole it. Now, I did stick the pin pointer back in the hole. Always check your holes, and it went off again, and it got even better. See that down there? I got a nickel. I haven't even looked at it. So, ooh, I don't know what it is. Oh my gosh, it's a V nickel. Oh man, I got a 1900 V nickel here last weekend, and here I am, another one. How cool is that? Let's see. See if I can get a date. Oh yeah, the date looks very legible. I broke into the 1800s. What do you know? Let's see if I can get you in on this. It appears to be 1893 or 98. I'm trying to find a good spot to film this for you. Look at that. How cool is that? Yeah, it appears to be 1898 or no, 1893, I think. Oh, that's awesome. Nice little spill, and there might be another signal here, because there was like a bup as I went across. And but I will definitely take that 1893 and 1910 V nickel and a Wheatie. Love it. Well, I was getting a 16, and this is one of the reasons why you always should wear gloves. And I have to say, these cut-proof gloves definitely come in handy, because that came out of the hole. I wiped the blade off, but it's stainless. And yeah, you never know what's going to be in the hole. A needle, knives, always wear your gloves. And yeah, this is a pair of Brute Magnetics cut-resistant gloves. So, very nice gloves, and yeah, glad I had them on. Well, I tell you, for those who think small coils don't go deep, you've already seen me dig things about a foot deep with this thing, but I was getting just a really nice 18-19 signal, and 7 inches doesn't seem super deep, but it is when you're talking about something that tiny. And we're talking about a fired 22 here, roughly, and yeah, that's very impressive. So I just wanted to show you that, and I've just been having a great time using that small coil tech, and I'm gonna keep on going here, see what else I can find. Well, another 13 mid-tone, and I dug down and I thought I had a bullet, but I don't have any clue right now. I don't know, that's kind of weird. It's got rifling marks, but look how it's flared out like a bell. I don't know, I'll have to get it home, get it cleaned up. I have never seen one like that. Yeah, you can see the rifling marks. Wow, I don't know, unless it expands when it's fired. Well, it seems that old bullet was fired with a very hot load. Seems someone put a bit too much gunpowder in the shell, causing the bullet to expand when it left the barrel. And I guess that old bullet's always going to be known to me as the Bill bullet. And before you Crotal Bill fans ask, I did clean the dirt from the base, but no joy, it didn't ring. Well, this might be interesting. I tell you, the only thing with this place is that the signals are really spread out, and I think it was hunted quite often, maybe in the 90s and the early 2000s. So you know, the cherry pick stuff is gone, so you got to work at it here. But I got a 2829 signal, and I was like, wow, about 6 inches deep. Now I just popped it out of the sidewall. I'm going to show you what I see. It looks kind of interesting, and so I wanted to grab the camera, and we'll find out together. I'm going to pull it out. So, all right. This is insane. Oh my, this is crazy. All right, this is nuts. Okay, I'm gonna wipe it. I know what this is because I just found one last week, and I was very excited. And now, look at that, a second one, a Marine Quartermaster core collar insignia. It might even be. Oh, look at that. It's got this black. That's crazy. I'm telling you, this hobby is nuts sometimes. I am not at the same location. That was another old yard, I'd say a mile, half a mile from here. And look, I just dug another one. Collar insignia, World War I, Marine Corps, Quartermaster. Well, I've got one. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I just wiped it, and this backing slid, so got to be careful with that. It looks like it slides right back on. Is that not crazy? Holy cow. Well, I'll get this one cleaned up, and I'll give you a picture of both of them in one hand. You know, I was just blown away by finding another World War I Marine Quartermaster collar disc. I was just incredible. And that mansion still has a whole lot more ground to cover. Now, I will definitely be going back there to see what else I can find. And here's another look at all the very cool things I was able to recover in this episode. Well, here comes some incredible images that are sure to satisfy any history lover, and I really hope you enjoy seeing these. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure, and I can't wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.